Hello guys, in this video I'm going to show you how you can complete the campaign and get all the passive points and the idle slots possible in under 2 hours. This is done in a non-solo environment, so you will have to prepare uh, your items beforehand. Um, this is aimed towards people who already did the campaign many times and just want to speed up the process. So if you haven't played that much of the game, or if you haven't played a new class and you want to try it, just play the campaign at your own pace. Don't care really about this video. And this video also is not going to be edited really much, as I will do a full playthrough and explain every steps, tips or tricks that I use. So if you also have any suggestions or questions, just feel free to ask me. I will respond to every comment. So let's talk about the run. So the first thing you want to do is know what build you want to play, because your endgame build is not going to be viable most of the time for the early campaign. And if you want to speed up through the campaign, you're not going to be able to level up quite a lot. For example, when I do all the side quests and all the campaign, I'm at level 33. You may be at level 40, for example. Yeah, so you might not have all the skill slots, or haven't unlocked the skill that you want to play for your in-game build. So you kind of have to know which builds or skills or nodes on the skill tree works for the early campaign. Or if you don't, just watch a build guide. I know there are many which are great and have very good ideas in them that you can use. Next are the items that you have to prepare. I do three sets, sorry, of items. One for the early campaign, another one which is the upgraded version of the first one, and the third one which is where I have a big boost in damage because I can equip the Cruise Dagger for my build, which scales with critical strike multiplier. Just note that in this video I'm going to use a perfect gear, which I edited myself, which were basically for testing for my speedrun, which I wanted to see what was the perfect time that I could get. So obviously you will not have perfect items as I do, but most of the items are pretty easy to craft. Like here you have T1, you have T2, T3, T2, T3, T3, T2, and here you have only two stats in most of the items. And then you have the uniques. So for most build, obviously the weapons is your main source of damage. There are some niche builds, like the one I'm using, which scales on throwing damage, and throwing base damage comes from mainly rings and amulets. You also have the level of your skill, which is very important. Cooldown recovery is very important for your movement skill, so that you can use your movement skill more often. And then in the uniques that everybody can use and is useful for everyone, there's this ring, which boosts your damage by, not your damage, your movement speed by 18%, sorry. And you can equip two of those. Then you have this body armor, which whenever you hit an enemy, it gives you a buff for 4 seconds that increase your movement speed by 15%. Then you have the gloves, which increase your movement speed by 5%, but also you take 10% more damage. So that's to take into account. And this relic is very useful early on. It gives you 40% base necrotic damage to melee attacks and spells if you use a potion for 4 seconds. So basically what you want to do is whenever you're against the boss, you use your potion every 4 seconds to deal the maximum amount of damage. And the boots you will want to equip that boot, and then this one at level 24 to have the maximum amount of movement speed. So I just want to talk briefly about the build I'm going to use. So firstly, you want to spec into Puncture. You're going to go Bloodthirst to apply Bleach Chance through Flurry. So what you will do is, equip this. You'll generate 3 stacks of Bleeding Fury. Then you will attack 3 times with Flurry. So 1, 2, 3. Then 1 time with Puncture to refresh the 3 stacks. 2, 3. Boom. 1, 2, 3. And that's basically the rotation. So that's against bosses. Against normal enemies, just use Flurry. And then you will want to spec into Shift and go Momentum. Then Consumed by Shadows. Then you will have your Smoke Bomb. And by the time you have your Smoke Bomb, you will want to spec into Death Imprint. And Smoke Bomb, you want to go to Knife in the Dark, and then Swirling Fog. So that's to apply Shadow Daggers. That's also to apply Shadow Daggers, by the way. Which is an ailment that upon reaching 4 stacks, you will deal a guaranteed crit. So that's it. And this will kill enemies below 15% HP. So that's useful for bosses. In your passive, so this can be applied to any classes in the rock base class. You could do that as a marksman, also when Falconeer comes out, or as a blade dancer. As you can see, we only took Pursuit. Maybe when Falconeer comes out, we will pick some passive points in the Falconeer tree, but otherwise it's mainly the base tree. Yeah, so that's it for the rogue. Create another character. Okay, let's go.
In the slums of Magell. I've never been this
Nice.
in the slums. No looking back now. Time to leave.
So in this first area, you just set up your skill bar. You open the UIs. Then you don't want to kill any mobs. Really, don't really care about that. I'm dropping my stuff on the ground to speed up the process of when I will access my chest. Is my stuff in it? So you want to shift click and right click, shift right click, sorry, to put the items in your inventory, and then right click to equip them. I'm just gonna position. I'm gonna take the rest of the loot. Maybe take those as well. As you can see, I have 51% movement speed. And if I hit an enemy, I'm at 66. What I'm gonna do is gonna hit enemies on my way, but I'm not gonna kill any mobs. Okay, I forgot about that. Oh, a shrine with movement speed, that's really good. Nice. you don't have to talk to the NPC or even kill those ads that I killed there. And my goal here is to be level 3. So you see there is a decoy or something like a decoy that sometimes spawn on the ground. It's my rings that do that, and I have a 10% chance to spawn that every time I'm hit. So since I have 2, that's basically 20%. I'm at 96% the first area. It's really insane. We killed just one. Oh, not bad. Nice. So here you don't have to kill the boss actually. Just talk to the NPC and take the shard to the next zone. Okay, one very small trick that saves very few seconds in the run is to click or open any interface in the game while the game is loading, and as soon as the game load your character in the next area, your character will move to where you clicked or open the interface that you wanted to open as soon as you spawn. So that's not a big improvement, big time improvement, but over the whole run it can save maybe a minute. I don't know. Just forgot that I have shift. So you want to maximize your time using your shift or your movement ability. The same thing here, you don't talk to any NPCs in this area.
Not happening. Not happening. Not happening.
So in this area you just want to go all the way up, follow the road.
Easy. Too easy. Not happening. Not happening.
And so I want to be level 5 to spec puncture. So I'm level 4. And so here you want to talk to this NPC just to get the quest and the passive point. Then you go up. You don't go to the library. Just follow this path. Still not level 5.
Not happening.
Let me kill this one. Yeah. It's worth noting that when you see big, when you see rare mobs that are
Not happening.
big in size, like that have a lot of HP, they also give a lot of XP. So it's sometimes more worth to kill them than to kill any other mobs in the area. Okay, so there, let's pick puncher. So right here, what you want to do is to use your potions. Okay, that's not really good what I did, but so use your potion to get the damage boost.
Not happening.
and try to AoE them down. Okay, good. So every 4 seconds, when you can hit them, use your potions. Yeah, same thing, don't talk to any NPC. Away. Yeah, there is a small trick that you can use. You can click all the way down and your character will walk by itself.
Not happening. Easy. Too easy.
Okay. Oh, I don't have any potions. Forgot about that. Okay, nice. Good. I think I forgot to equip the things that I picked. It's the mask. Which one is it? Mana and recovery. Hold on, recovery. That's basically the best one that you can get on any character, since you will want to spam your movement ability with it. Also on the mage, you have the... If you're playing a high cost... if you're playing with a high cost skill, it can be useful for bosses. So a small trick here, since your damage whenever you kill them at melee range, what I do is that I kill them at melee range to proc my decoy from my rings, and all the ads go to the decoy instead of going to the NPCs. Because most of the time the NPCs will be split and the ads will not be at the same place. So that's a small time improvement. Okay. So here what you can do if you're at melee range, whenever he shoots lava on the ground, you go right behind him and you can still damage him in melee range without taking the damage from the ground. So you talk to this NPC, it's important.
Not happening.
And if you're playing range, you don't care about that.
Not happening. Not happening.
So talk to this one. just gonna check the shrine if it's a good one. Critical strike chance. It's really good. Always check the shrines. They can boost your damage or your speed by quite a lot. Put those 2 points here. Two, three. So that's, you can tank it. But the lightning one, you cannot really take that. It is too much damage. Okay, nice. Pick up the shard. Then very important, pick your own portal instead of the portal that spawned. Okay. Talk to this guy, and you're good. You're good to go. Points.
Not happening. Not happening.
In this area, you just follow the upper class. Stun chance. That's really important. The stun chance is only useful if you're struggling with the mobs or the bosses.
Not happening.
Okay, that one. Oh, also there is a new skill slot.
Not happening. Not happening.
In this area, you don't kill anything. Actually, there's not that much of density in the area. Which one is it? Mana recovery.
Not
Hold
happening.
on, yes. Okay, maybe I kill this one.
Not happening. Not happening.
Don't spend too much time in this area, it's very dangerous.
Not happening.
You can't really tank those mobs. So you either have to taunt them, like I do.
Not
Oh,
happening.
yeah. See? You either have to tank them or... You either have to taunt them, sorry, or kill with AoE skills. Hit them with AoE skills.
Not happening. Not happening.
And it's mainly because of the range attacks. Yeah. Really want to die here? Thanks. Nice.
Not happening.
So you want to go up? Don't talk to any NPC here.
Not happening.
This area has a lot of density and all of those squishy mobs. So you can actually spend a bit of time killing those.
Not happening.
Just pay attention to those big guys. And level 10. I need the waypoint here. So pick the waypoint. Nice. Put the decoy.
Not happening.
A bit, yes.
Easy. Too easy.
It was a bit too greedy. Put the decoy before I go there.
Not happening. Not happening.
Talk to the NPC first. Yes.
Not happening.
His experience. Pretty good.
Not happening. Not happening.
Okay.
Not happening.
Stand. I want to TP back to town and go to the bottom area.
Not happening.
Just put all points. So be careful in this area. You have a lot of those range mobs. You can be stuck. So
Not happening.
there to spawn the boss. Go back. Take the portal to go back. that way is clear now. Don't talk to any NPC. You'll need to. That's good. Equip that. This. This.
Yes.
This boss is fairly easy. I don't think you have to know much about it. It's the same pattern every time. Good.
Not happening.
Okay. There, yeah. So here you go up. Okay.
Not happening.
Just
Not happening.
yeah. So you really have to go all the way to the right in order to go to the end. There.
Not happening. Not happening.
Level 13. Should I put forgot about that, but you should always
Not happening.
equip the body armor that gives you movement speed for the bosses. Which way is that for?
Not happening.
Just click the chest and move on. Actually, you could have just opened your map and TP back to here instead of going to town. That's one thing I didn't know about until recently, but you can actually TP anywhere in any area. Like I thought, for example, that you had to go back to town in order to teleport here, but no, you can do that in any part of the game.
Not happening.
Okay. I have more stuff.
Not happening.
One thing that you can do when you open any UI is, for example, you want to go right, then you press left click and open a new UI, but still maintaining left click. And whatever, for example, it doesn't work with the inventory, but the passive points, if you can have your mouse actually touch the ground and not the UI, your character will still move. So right here I can move, but for example, here I can't. So sometimes what I do is I put my cursor at the edge of the screen in order to move. Okay, the Guardian of the Temple. It will be revamped the next patch. What about that?
The Temple of Eternity.
Um,
Or at least it used to be. I doubt nothing valuable is left. Not happening.
with the body armor. So in this area, the density is quite high, so you can
Not happening.
spend a bit of time killing the ads. They're gonna be one-shotted anyway.
Not happening.
And if they are not one-shotted, your elements will kill them all the time. So you have to kill all the 4 things on the ground in order to open the door.
Not happening.
Here, here you have to take, you know, the
Not happening.
2 items that are on the opposite side of the map. So there's a small trick which you can use to gain a bit of time.
Not happening. Not happening.
Click here, shot. Then you want to TP back to town. Open your map and go back to the Lotus Hall in order to be right at the beginning of the area.
Not happening.
That saves you times instead of backtracking. Oh, by the way, when you TP into a zone, when you TP out of the zone and you go back into the same zone, all the monsters and everything in the area basically will be reset. So keep that in mind, because if you are, for example, in a situation where there are a lot of mobs following you
Not happening.
and you don't know how to deal with them, you can just TP out, and when you go back in, all the mobs will be reset and you will have a much easier time going forward or killing a boss, for example. And I will use this technique later in the run. There is also the death reset that's used for bosses. So when you enter an arena, the arena of a boss, you can suicide in order to reset all the ads that were following you. That way you have a clean fight against the boss. That gives you a much safer fight in most cases.
Not happening.
I need to be level 15, which I am.
Not happening. Not happening.
For the next boss, I'm gonna use a glitch that will allow me to DPS him freely without taking any damage. So you basically go into the corner and you're free, basically. Okay, doesn't change anything with the bow. So what you want to do, obviously it's going to be patched, but what you want to do to replicate this glitch is go into that position as soon as you spawn in the arena, and you don't move, because if you move, the boss is actually gonna attack and start doing his normal rotations and everything. Okay, take the shot. Go in. So I'm gonna
Not what I was expecting.
take a bit of time here.
Not quite right.
Yeah. Take that. So I don't need any more. I need those. Take that. So I can pick my endgame setup. Okay.
Greetings. This is farewell.
Who are you supposed to be?
So now we're gonna pick our mastery, which is gonna be Blade Dancer. Oops. So right now we are at 70 and 85% movement speed, which can be done on any class. And if you have a way to generate haste while not taking much time generating it, that will be 30% increased movement speed on top of that, and with the rogue and the buff that gives 50% movement speed from shift, that will mean that you're around let me test. So 85 is 30, that's
Who are you supposed to
115.
be? Try not to hurt
This
yourself.
place
Sorry, you're at 165% movement speed whenever you shift, and you proc haste, which has a 25% every time you 25% chance every time you hit an enemy. On this build.
Not happening.
So if you have a very fast loading time, you can TP in this zone and you will be here. You will arrive here instead of walking all the way here. It's a bit faster. So you don't have to talk to any NPC here. Just continue.
Not happening. Not happening. Not happening. Not happening.
In this area, you don't have to do the quests at the bottom. Just go to the next one. Go near the fences to spawn the ads. To kill all those corpses. So the last one.
Not happening.
Gives a bit of XP.
Not happening.
Okay, there is a shrine there. Gonna go drop chance.
Not happening.
It's gonna be useful for this area. Don't pick this rift. We're gonna
Not happening.
do it after we beat the dragon. It's gonna be way faster. So here you actually want to do this quest.
Welcome, traveler. Welcome, traveler.
You gain a passive point.
Not happening.
Okay.
Not happening. Not happening.
Nice. Movement speed trying. It's really good. We are at 160, we're not doing anything.
Not happening.
So we are at 196. Done 196.
Not
Yeah.
happening.
196. If we park haste.
Not happening. Not happening.
Here you just wanna continue.
Not happening. Not happening.
This area, pay attention to the ads.
Not happening.
They are quite scary. It's not the right way for that. That's what happens when I'm talking.
Not happening.
Yeah. Let's see. So here, go all the way to the top, then you have a beautiful lane
Not happening.
up to the boss. What you want to do here is use the portal. Go back so that every ad is reset. I forgot also about that, to expect that. Doesn't matter if I die here. For this boss, stay in melee range and avoid when he's doing that. And you'll be fine. You try to avoid also those. Don't have to talk to the guy, just talk to this one.
Well, that was
Need to talk to that guy either.
kind of refreshing. Now, where are we?
Hold on, 19.
Not happening.
Shrine. No, light. Yeah, whatever.
Not happening. Not happening.
Here you want to actually take the quest. Which we'll do in the next area. Yeah. What's that? Okay.
Not happening.
Shrine. Experience and kill. Okay, whatever. Whatever.
Not happening.
You wanna go
Not happening.
gonna go there. Right before here, just TP out in order to reset the mobs. Otherwise, it's gonna be a bit too difficult, depending on your build. Let's put those points. Put this. Care about that. Okay. Good. So there is the lightning Scorpio, which deals insane amount of damage. Since I don't have any elemental resistances, that's the fire one.
Not happening.
Okay, great. So let me recoup this. You talk to this guy and then go up.
Not happening.
Do not go down. There's two uniques that drops.
Not happening.
You kill this big guy and you talk to that guy.
Inside the forge.
Then you get down.
Not happening.
You wanna kill the big guy,
Let's see.
that guy,
Right here.
then go to the right.
Not happening.
Check mark here. Portal out. I just portal to reset the previous mobs. Oh, shit. Also, when you portal, it sets your respawn to where you portal, so that's pretty convenient. You can see, because otherwise I would have respawned at the beginning of the area. So watch out for the big archer. They do a lightning arrow attack. Okay.
Not happening.
That. Okay, maybe I'm going to die. I'm gonna pull. It's too much. Sometimes you kill him very fast, and it's okay to not portal, but if you see that there are way too many mobs, just play it safe and
This square is a sorry.
use your portal.
Not happening. Not happening.
By the way, this trick with the portal is probably gonna be fixed when multiplayer comes out. So nice.
We're close to the temple.
Let me talk to the guy, please. Yeah. Take the portal. Yeah, when it's fixed, you would just have to take it a bit slow and kill the ads on the way instead of going full speed. So talk to that NPC. Yeah.
Not happening.
So many points. Another one. Yeah.
Not happening.
Mm. Which one is it? I like. I don't care.
Not happening.
Here I spend a bit of time killing those ads since there are a lot of them. I don't know how much XP is scaled in the areas, but I would assume that killing mobs in higher level areas will give you much more XP. So maybe
Not
just
happening.
speed through the campaign and then take a bit of time to level up instead of killing the ass during the campaign.
Not happening.
Okay, damage reflection, whatever. This one.
Not happening.
So Derek, just wait a bit before using your cooldown. Now he can. So when he's out of his worm body, you can actually damage him with hits. Otherwise, he's gonna block every hit. But you're still gonna be able to damage him with damage over time, for example, even when he's blocking everything. Oh, and by the way, if you die or if you TP when you kill the boss,
Not
it's
happening.
still gonna reset the boss, so don't do
You
that.
have to repair it. I'm
Or
going
try to not
south
die.
of here.
Knocking one. It's this one. So for these areas, I recommend being capped on physical resistance, since there will be skeletons and later boats that will deal physical damage from range attacks. And since there are a lot of them, you will easily die since you're way under leveled for the area. Like the area is level 38 and I'm level 24. Didn't saw that one.
Not happening.
Ugh, remind me to look out the
Not happening. Not happening. Not happening. Not happening.
Oh, I'm blocked. I was stuck in the ground. Yeah, I'm stuck. What the fuck? That's weird.
Not happening.
Yeah, I can't go.
Not
What is
happening.
going on? Okay, hit me on your side. What is going on? Here I can go left.
Not happening.
Was a pretty strange bug. I couldn't go left. It's like there was an invisible wall.
Not happening. Not
Here is the fastest way. Go through this area.
Not happening. Not happening.
Here are the skeletons.
Not
You
happening.
have, where are they? Let's see many of them, but you have some skeletons. Yeah, those two that deals range damage, and those are the scary ones that you want to pay attention to. Although you will probably one-shot those.
Not happening.
Okay, so talk to the both of
I'm glad
them.
to get a chance to rest a moment.
Don't need to take her quest, no.
Not happening.
Now my build is complete, so I'm not gonna put any more points. I'm gonna respect after for the late game build. But for the campaign run, I'm done. Yeah.
Not happening. Not happening. Not happening.
Here. Level 26. Nice. Forgot to equip my boots.
Not
I'm not gonna do it in this area. It's a bit of a scary area. I can.
The immortal emperor, huh?
Could have been level
Doesn't look like
27.
it's hit yet.
Like this.
It was a trap. Keep a traitor.
Um,
Been expecting you, mortal. Do not look surprised. A proper welcome is the least.
okay. So you wanna kill the humanoid first. Then you wanna kill the Admiral Harton. And finally Zarek. That's the most simple way to kill those bosses. Being a bit here. Okay.
You didn't have to do that.
What? Yulia? What is the meaning of this?
Oh gods, where am I now? Wait, is that smoke in the distance? I best be careful.
Ah, it's movement speed.
Not happening.
Oh. Should.
Not happening. Not happening.
Those mobs deals a lot of fire damage. Since I don't have any fire resistance, I got shredded. Level 27. Nice. Can equip the daggers. So now I have a huge damage spike just from the daggers. It's don't That's level 30. That.
Not happening.
Some crit. That's cool. Oh, nice. Oh, but it's
Not happening.
not gonna be really useful since the next area is you have to wait. Yeah. Yeah. Just lacking 1 point here, and I will be max. Will be kept on this kill.
Be gone from this land. My flames will scour this place. So be it then. Perish. I do not have much longer. Go north.
Who are you supposed to take?
Retrieve the lance.
This guy, also that guy. Then go up.
Not happening. Not happening. Not happening.
There. Here you want to kill the big guy. We'll take the portal
Not happening.
station and go to this area. So same thing here. You have to kill a mob for a side quest.
Not happening.
I'm gonna die probably. I hope not, but there's potion here.
Not happening.
I'll go to the next area.
Not happening.
Here you don't have to kill anything, just try to survive. Because there are a lot of range minions. Oh, yep.
Not happening.
The goats. I hate the goats. I really do hate them. Just take his quest. You want me to die?
Not happening. Not happening.
Here you're gonna TP. Otherwise, you're gonna lag too much and you're gonna die. Dead. Next, you have the other one. So we'll do the same thing. We'll TP. TP here.
My beasts will eat well.
You talk to the guy,
Not happening.
and it's done for the side quest. I have to kill bosses for the main quest. So same thing, TP out.
You are weak.
Don't really care about dying since your spawn is here. Although in hardcore, it's probably gonna be different. Okay, next we TP here to the tundra.
Not happening.
Just say like
Not happening.
there.
Not happening.
So here, watch out for the ice elemental. Those guys, they are your biggest threat.
Not happening.
So next,
Not happening.
what I'm gonna do is TP out my gear. Okay, we're good.
Not happening.
If you're struggling with the previous boss, what you want to pay attention to is when he's charging his ability. So like that, there is a spiral around him. That means he's gonna shoot a cold beam, so don't stay in front of it. And when he's cloning himself, try to play range to better dodge the attacks. Because if you're playing melee, they can, instead of all focusing you from the same point and being easy to dodge, they will maybe be all around you and you will have much more trouble to dodge their attacks or the beams, for example.
Easy. Too easy.
Okay. else? This boss is easier than the previous
Not
one,
happening.
in my opinion. You just have to pay attention to that, and when his roots go up like that, he will stomp the ground, and that means that you have to go away when you do that. Otherwise, you can damage him
Not
pretty easily.
We have a deal then. I help you kill Rye. I get the lance. Plus any other loot we come across.
Yes. Gods be with you.
Now I can equip the idols.
Not
You
happening.
have to talk to all of the NPCs in order to have the idol slots. Next is that.
Not happening. Not happening.
So just run. From this point on, you don't have to kill
I see you have returned with the lance.
any mobs
How it shall bear my
unless you're playing another class. But for my build, I don't need to kill anyone.
Even the gods cannot observe what fate intends for us. Do not let it bind you.
Yes?
Farewell.
So you TP back to town.
Not happening.
So you go there.
Not happening. Not happening.
Here you don't have to talk to the NPC. You can directly go to
Not
the next area. Here you don't have actually to talk to any of those NPCs.
Not happening.
Just have to kill the 2 mobs that you have to kill in this area. So that one is the big one now. Then you want to suicide. If you're playing hardcore, just kill all the mobs.
Not happening.
Which one is it? Damage reflection, we don't care.
Not happening.
There is this one here. Okay, it is dead, so let's be back to town.
Can I help you?
Go there.
Can I help you?
In this area, you want to go left here. It's a bit faster than going down.
Not happening. Not happening.
here movement speed will help you dodge most of the range attacks. Otherwise, if you don't have enough movement speed, it's gonna be a bit more
Not
difficult.
happening.
You'll actually have to kill them. Let's roll. Where is he? He's here. The big guy.
Not happening.
Don't care about the rest. Just move it on. That for defenses.
Not happening.
So here you don't want to talk to any of those NPCs. You don't care about them. You don't care about their story. Just want to talk to this guy. Okay, so
Not happening.
in this area you actually have to practice a bit or to kill most of the mobs because they
Not happening.
deal quite a lot of damage, as you can see, and there are a lot of them.
Not happening.
But with time, you just know when to use your movement ability or to kill stuff. Same for here. Okay, now I can pass on the border of the map without killing any stuff. You noticed I put a smoke bomb when I died. That allowed me to kill some mobs while I was dying. And to know if the mobs died or not, you just have to either look at your XP bar. By the way, don't go left here. Don't pick the portal station. Avoid it. Just go right side. You just have to see either the XP bar moving or you can hear the sound cue. Okay. I was a bit too greedy here. But you see when you kill stuff and items drop on the ground, no matter where you are on the map, you will hear a sound cue or the items that drop on the ground. So you will know if you killed or not the mobs,
Yet you persist.
even when you are far away.
You wish for Lagon's temple to be your tomb.
Not happening.
He's a happy boy. Lagon seems happy.
Not happening.
Okay.
Not happening.
Just follow the path I did as the quickest way.
One of these days, I'm gonna
So then here, what you want to do is pass this point here,
no gods. Go crazy.
and then you want to die
places.
to respawn in the arena. Let me equip those. Okay, I think that's good.
Yes, I take no pleasure in this. Your death shall be quick.
How much physical? Put that in case. I want to have a high physical resistance for phase 2. Here is phase 2. Here, here.
Not happening.
Okay, there's gonna be one here. By the way, they always spawn at the same location, in the same order. So if you do Lagoon a lot of time, you will know where the tentacles spawn and when they spawn. Also in the campaign, the waves rotate in a clockwise manner, whereas in the monolith, it's the contrary. Okay, nice. So here, even if you die, you're not gonna reset the fight. So it's pretty much GG when you put phase 3 in the campaign.
Is that the best you could do?
Oh, yeah.
You're starting to bore me. Enough! I am so tired of this.
Okay.
Your skills entertain me. And for that,
So now that we're a bit lagging, we're gonna do the side quest. However, it's probably gonna change when they introduce the chapter 9. So what I will do when the chapter 9 is introduced, just here by the way, take the portal. What I would do when they introduce the chapter 9, I would just do it before doing the side quest.
I see.
Leave the side quest for last.
Not happening.
Although it could probably change with time and then how they modify or change the bosses. So now we don't care about that. So now the side quest. So now we go to the Ruin Era to do the Shadow Valley. Is it the Shadow Valley? Yeah. Oh yeah, we need to do the rift here.
Not happening.
So basically all the all the side quests that we have to do have bosses, so that's why we do them last. Okay, alright,
Not happening.
down. Forgot not doing this.
Not happening.
So fun. Movement speed.
Not happening.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's up there. Then here.
Not happening.
You have to go back in town and talk to the respec NPC. This guy.
Greetings. Do not dwell
Okay.
on regrets.
So now we go to the Outcast camp in the Imperial era. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the side quests from the Rune era, which are already finished, but I'm gonna do the Imperial era. Then I'm gonna do the Divine era quests. So you talk to her, then you go there. Lock the door. A more optimized way would have been to actually pick the quest during the campaign instead of doing it after, like I did. And then you click here. Very important. Click on the door when you're inside the college. Oh, wrong TP. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to advance through the quest.
Not happening.
Yeah, because, for example, if you just open the door and go back here. If you just opened the door and didn't enter the college and didn't click on the door inside the college, you would not be able to have the dialogue on the Rune era. You will still be able to enter the college and click on the undead, but you will not be able to complete the objective.
Not happening.
You just have to put your mouth on the door. Just actually have to click them. You go there, then you go back to the outcast camp.
What do
Talk
you
to
want?
her. Nice. So now the Rising Lake. Want to do the rift inside the Rising Lake. And you wanna circle
Not happening.
in a clockwise manner around the map, as you will see. So always, basically, always follow this, like in a maze, you know, the rule in a maze to always follow one border. So in here, you always follow this border.
Not happening.
Over here. So this boss is in two phases. So first you have the prophet, and then you have the big worm. Okay, good. So now you want to go back to the Imperial era and go to the Shining Cub. So we talked to an NPC in the Oracles about before during the campaign, and this unlock the way to the rift. Otherwise, it's closed. So if it's closed, just go back to the Oracles about and talk to the NPC.
Not happening. Not happening.
Just follow the path between the bolts. Then you want to go down on the left. Here's the boss. Once you killed him, it's gonna be soon, you pick the shield. Then you want to go back to the Imperial era in the Oracles above to finish the quest.
Ah, yes.
Next, you have the nest. Is it, yes, it's here.
Not
So
happening.
this one you go here, this area, and you will have to actually kill those guys there, not the other ones, just those guys. And as I
Not
said, that
happening.
pretty lucky. So you have to kill them in order to spawn the boss. I tried doing it backwards, so I went to the end of the map and killed all the ads backward, but it was the same as doing it in order.
Not happening.
Maybe there's a faster way to do that, but I don't know. I haven't found it yet. I think it's probably the game is probably checking the number of ospreys that you killed on the boss.
Easy. Too easy.
Yeah. Here it is. Oh, two of them. Need 3 of them. Okay, so just go back to Yulia's heaven. And talk to this guy. So the last one is where was it? It's in the Divine Era. It's the Elias Tower. Crystal chance. Good. It's the boss, so here I'm gonna equip all my stuff. Because it's quite a scary opponent, honestly. Nice.
Not happening.
You just have to pick that. And then you TP to town. Talk to that guy. And boom. There you have all idle slots. And if we do the math, so that's 32 plus 14. That's 46. And we have 113 in total. So 113 minus 46 is 67. So that means we should be level 33, and we are level 33. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.